A good evening, this is Nerd the Human, and welcome back to our Mongol Horde campaign on Medieval 2 Total War. You join us with Khan Subadai the Malevolent, with probably our best army that still remains in the field here. They're looking pretty darn strong, but can't really be said about most of our forces at this point. We'll have to see what we've got when we head over to the Americas, because it's going to be a tight old affair. No. This lad over here is pretty much just holding the fort, good old Burkai. Yeah, we're just going to keep that siege going. Same over in Toulouse. I don't think we can actually take it necessarily, but we'll just keep on besieging them. Paris under siege as well. I think we're heading to there right now, if I'm honest. And last time, of course, we did wipe out the Scots just about. So, yes, going to swing down to London first and see if Nottingham want to help them out. We do have some reinforcements heading over here from the Parisian force, which I didn't think would be needed for the battle. So, you know, that's probably a good plan. And a big pile of mercs as well. So it means less money to be stolen by the mercenaries. On which note, they probably time to head into Paris. Just before we do, though, where are we? What are we trying to achieve here today? I'm going to say the death of France. 7 turns till Toulouse surrenders, though. That might need a surrender unless someone else can swing by. Nuremberg's 5 turns away. Yeah, we're going to smash London. We're going to smash Paris. And probably Valencia. And we'll just have to see how we can type the rest of this. I think most of the Catholic powers will be dead or pretty much on their knees by the end of today. Into Paris, and we have a few bits of siege equipment. Obviously, plenty of horse archers. A night battle for Horde, the Merciless. Lovely stuff. He's just turned 50. He's obviously got our lovely, fertile but unpleasant but fair wife. Yes, very fertile, quite good looking. Bit of a bint. Okay, well, let's not worry too much about that. Healthy marks of war. Yeah, we're picking up some nice traits. Wall Taker. I think it's Wall Taker and also terrible against the walls. I'm sure someone has that somewhere. Befuddled by machines. There we are, you see. But he does a gregarious. Lovely stuff. Anyway, nice mix of traits on him. Henry himself, then, he's got Scarred, +4 experience. So he's going to be hard to kill. Plus, yeah, fierce in battle. That does say, is that minus when defending? It is minus when defending. Good to see. Reserved Wood of Wealth. None of those are too important. Fine. Okay. He could be a little bit hard to kill, but the rest of his force is pretty weak. We'll just throw our mercs into the death machine. Let's head in. Technically, this is a night attack, but I did skip forward a few stages just to make the lighting a bit better. Makes no difference to the command of my general going up, but it does mean I can see, and importantly, you can see as well. We've actually got people on loose formation. I don't know why we don't loose formation a little bit more often when we're sending in towers like this. It would probably help people not die. No idea why I don't normally do that, but there we are. There's always room to make a pretty obvious and simple improvement. Crossbow militia going to take on our crossbow mercenaries. That's a battle I'm quite happy with. It is sprinkling with rain, not too heavy. Might just give us an opportunity to take the here walls. It's a pretty functional assault on this occasion because we do have, in theory, the better units with these mercs. I'm quite happy for these mercs to throw their lives away. If we open the gate, then none of that even really matters, because at the very least we have the backup of just sending all the cavalry piling in, which is what's probably going to happen if this ram can indeed just make it the last few steps into the old gateway. Beautiful. Down goes the portcullis, and with that, hopefully, we'll be cracking our way in. Smashy, smashy, and the gate is open. We could send a cavalry charge in at this point. Most of these guys seem to be shaken and running off at this point. That tower is now no longer theirs. It's interesting, they're actually running down. Just shoot them from up there. Thank you very much. That will be ideal. As for the rest of this, the spearmen are still getting up there. Our mercs are... I mean, I'm expecting them to be a pretty neutral battle here, but... Okay, 42 to 63. We're doing okay. They got mercenary knight, the Frankish knights at the front gate. Now, Now, we get in the general, but... You know what, we'll just see how this goes for the time being. I do have some cavalry here hiding in the trees over here, just in case we open up this side gate, which we might well do, but for now, too busy shooting these lads down because this is pretty much a free hit. The spearmen are up now, and we are pretty much chopping through. The towers are doing most of the damage to us, to be frank, but we'll just see how that goes. These guys seem to have actually largely taken control of the situation. You're actually better off shooting. This is just a general rule on the walls. If you can get your troops just to shoot, particularly in Rome Total War with archers, this is incredibly effective. They've done a good job on this as well, particularly I noticed in Medieval, where the guys at the front will just still fight with sword and the rest will still do their job with shooting. Oh yeah, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Yeah, you see, absolutely. If you can get the crossbows just to do some crossbowing, beautiful work. And they don't get distracted by one man fighting at the front. And they are now broken. Shoot them down. Beautiful work. And onto the Frankish knights. As the rest of this, we are going to lose most of our troops here. But that's not really the end of the world. Not too bothered about losing these mercs. It means more money for us. Well, some tired spearmen have now decided to take on the general, but decided, I told them to, which is not quite the same, but hey-ho. The cavalry from the side gate are now charging into these guys, which at the very least hope pinned them down a little bit. Getting some shots in over there. You guys actually just try and move up that side street. We'll get a little bit of a surround. Those spearmen unfortunately have broken. Not surprising. Both units are pretty much depleted. The other one's routed anyway. We've got some missiles coming in at them though, which is mainly what this is all about at this point. Plenty of shots coming down on them, and yeah, we pretty much bled these mercenaries dry. We'll make sure we finish them off before anything else. These guys have a shot at someone. Don't quite know who. Maybe I have to go and work it out. Oh yeah, there we are. Some town militia who are fleeing. Very much dead town militia now, I imagine. Well, with a few of our mercenaries killed with the old trap routine, I think it's time just to send a load forward because I don't seem to get pulled in here today. We've got the general who's going to be a bit chunky, but the French knights, mad sergeants, these town militia, they're pretty much all bled dry already. So yeah, apparently they're just going to stand there and take it today. I've lost a few of my experienced horse archers. I thought it probably best at this point to just send in what remains of my mercenaries to finish this job. And whilst they're making a very, very bit of hard work taking on these two mounted sergeants, we have managed to actually take down the general just about here. Well done, crossbowman. Let's see this one crossbow. No, he can't. He can't. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Who's going to get to kill the king? Is he a king? I don't know. There's not many left of the French at this point, but hey-ho. Yeah, some horse archers are still there in the background shooting him down. Are we actually going to kill him? I'm going to try that same trick I tried in the wall right now and see if they can manage it. So they actually are winding up the crossbows. They're bringing out swords as they get stabbed, which is a little bit late if I'm honest. The guys over here, they broke before they shot. Well done, my good sirs. Well done. Can you just kill the general now, please? Any one of you, that would be lovely. Anyone competent? He's pretty scarred, but he's French. Come on. Take him down. One of them's got to do it. I mean, maybe they're just doing what they want, which is to lose every single mercenary and then win the battle, which is pretty much where we're at now. We've got 16 of them left. About 10 men fled earlier. How can you not kill him? He's right there, Steve. Oh, I might have to send in Steve himself to go and finish this job. We'll see. Put your bets now. Are either of these mercs going to do the job? I doubt it. Doesn't look possible. Oh, these guys need to stop shooting, if I'm honest, because it's not your job to finish him. Okay, well, looks like it's the general's job now. Oh, sad. Time for the general then to take on their general. We decided not to charge into him, which was awfully chivalrous of us. We'll take him down properly, man to man, mano a mano. There we are. Hand-to-hand combat does the job in the end. A lovely mace to the head and enemy general. I worried there for a moment because we did see one of our men die to their general. Luckily, it wasn't Horde himself. I think this is Horde. So, yeah, let's just finish this battle off. There we go. Plenty of losses, but to be honest, they're all losses that I kind of was happy to lose. So, as it turns out, we barely lost any of our troops, and we lost the mercenaries that we don't want to pay. Perfect. Down he goes. And with that, Que Paris is for us. How many are we giving away to mercs? Still 2,600. None of them are even alive. Those who were alive all fled. Absolutely ridiculous, Jeff. But there we are. Field Tyrants. Oh, I like it. The Mauler. Yes, he didn't do too much actual battle there, but he did something. So France has turned more and more into a beautiful, beautiful grey. just Toulouse down in the south now. And there are some others over here which you do need to mop up. So, yeah, I tell you what, we'll go swing back towards Rhymes and just make sure we mop them up if that is indeed what we need to do. Bit of merging, not a lot left if I'm honest, but I know we still have an opportunity to kill off those mercs. Having messed up my movement points trying to get the two armies together, it turns out that this army can reach and open the gate anyway. So 5 men lost, that's absolutely fine. And relations worsen with the English, who would have thought. Very little to be sacked there. That's a bit sad, isn't it? But you know what, it's fine. Ogadai himself can grab that force together, and we'll head towards Nottingham very soon. Not much to do this turn, to be honest. I've put my spy over here with Horde just to make sure we keep an eye on these guys. I'm not too worried about actually killing them, just making sure that they don't do anything before I actually... Yes, before I finish off the French down south. They can turn rebel. I'll be very pleased with that. Otherwise, we're just picking up a little bit of intelligence in this part of the world. Better go towards Granada as well. And where exactly do they put it on this map? Just next to Sierra Nevada. That makes sense, Thomas. Yeah, so Granada down here looks very, very vulnerable. We are at war with these guys, but oh yes, of course, because we poked over here. This is interesting. Yes, on this note, I'm trying to boat around here. I do indeed have a boat around here. I thought there was something else that should be going on around about now. It is this. Exactly this. Maybe we should take these guys on and just make sure that they're cleared out. You know what? Probably a good idea. It's a pretty scrappy force. Let's have a nice big field battle, shall we? At the very least, we'll make sure they're small enough so they can't take back Algiers. So, give them the pokeroo. They don't want to do it, and I can't really blame them for that. They do have some range, so we should be careful, but very little cav, so actually I can use my cav fairly effectively. Maybe use some lancers, or kanjis actually, to maybe pick up these ballistas at the rear. Fine, make it a night battle, let it in. It's a fairly ideal battlefield actually. We've got ourselves a slight slope. We've got enough distance where their ballistas can't shoot at us yet. But of course our trebuchets will be able to hit them before too long. They have a load of archers at the front. So I'm just going to... Actually I might send a few more of these lancers and missiles out than originally planned. We're going to send them all out to this flank over here. Probably should use the hill actually for these two. For their missiles, that's fine, so we'll send the missile lads over on that side. In fact, we'll send the heavy archer ones as well. That will be beautiful. Are you quite in range? Oh, we are nearly in range. In fact, yes, we're going to start popping off a few beautiful flaming shots in just a moment. And yes, I am using the flaming arrow because it's miles better as far as I'm concerned. So, ballistas at the rear are getting left behind because they're going to start racing forward to, yeah, brilliant example of why they're so good there, Thomas. Yeah, they're going to start racing ahead. Fine, all those missiles, just get yourself over on that hill, start shooting in. My cavalry are around the back at this point. That's fine. Get those ballistas taken out of there. Oh, the rockets are already coming in. Okay, desert archers are reloading. Just hit those. They're going to get hit by a few of our arrows, to be honest. But just to give them the poke with our cavalry as well. Probably not the worst thing in the world. They are wavering and they're broken before we hit them. That's ideal. That way we don't have to get stuck in a fight we don't want to. Ballista over there. Keep pushing in. And this is pretty much exactly how we want this battle to be going. In case you're interested on the onslaught of these particular troops, they've got so many missiles shooting in at them, it's ridiculous. And once these guys reload their discs of doom, along with the trebuchet shots coming in quite close to me at this point, yeah, I'm amazed. I'll be amazed if they don't, like, break en masse here as they arrive, because there's quite a lot going on. Quite a lot going on here. Our cavalry... just go and swing at those desert archers. They've actually managed to hold on long enough to reach us. I am surprised. Crossbow militia doing their job. You got, yeah, they're just rousing as they hit us. You guys can just do a bit of background charging. Yeah, mop them up. You go mop up those guys. You go and hit the rear. This battle's already over, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. It's entirely over. You guys probably stop and maybe just wander over there. In fact, all missiles, just cease. Please. Please, 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 please. Right, I think it's time just to send in the last few units just to charge down whatever's left here, because it is an entire mass rout. Oh, this is just beautiful. Some distant cavalry have decided to actually charge in at us, and they have been set on fire and immediately slaughtered. Yay, that's good. Okay, well, that was basically the last few units who were allowed to shoot. That was. Anyone else still fighting? I don't think so. That's pretty just a victory sign up there, Thomas. I think I just clicked on it. I don't know. Anyway, battle has been won. 8% lost. That's more than I thought, but it's probably mostly because these guys got smashed at the front lines. But the battle is done. Well, that was truly a great victory. That is true. 80 men lost and an awful lot for them. And that entire force has been wiped out, which is just what we want to see. And with that, well, Tunis should be clear. I don't know entirely what's going on in this part of the world, to be honest. We do have a spy around. You can only get so far. We'll just have a quick peek. Can't see anyone around. That's fine. We'll send him back next turn and see if he opens up the gates. Algiers, though, we'll just try and sneak past that as much as we can. We'll head over towards whatever's over in the north. I can't actually remember which downs it is anymore. But anyway, the Moors are starting to get a poke from the rear. And as for the rest of it, 4 turns to surrender. Yeah, we'll just continue with that, because if we can get this guy to not be involved, I'll probably take it. Interesting, the English are going to sally forth. I don't know why it's taken about 4 turns to make up their mind with that, but you know what? I'll take it. I will take it because it's a bunch of dishevelled basic units who are going to get shot down by an army which is not really well equipped to attack, but very much can slaughter them when they attack me. Let's hit him. Well, out they come of the weird little side gate, actually, and tons of male knights charging over towards the horse archer flank, which probably won't end very well for them. At the front here, we've just basically got a line of our scrappy mercs. Unfortunately, the second unit is very slow at even getting in position. It's your one job, and they managed to let the Armenian archers get hit. Well done. You managed to let a decent unit get hurt for your filthy, useless lives. Oh well. You know what? I suspect this will be absolutely fine. And down goes the general, falling to one of these filthy lads here, which is perfect because that was the only part of the battlefield where anything might have actually gone wrong for us, especially as that unit had been absolutely destroyed by those male knights. Not really a surprise, but still something to bear in mind. Yes, as for all of these guys, we're just going to charge into them at this point, and I suspect that will break all of them. And then we've got a much easier job of just shooting everyone down from a distance. Yay! They're all now getting slaughtered. Perfect. We'll get back in position. They're going to get annihilated. That means less money to pay. Ideal once more. And yes, just shoot those mailed knights. They're pretty much the ones who need to die. And this battle is as good as over already. I love these little sally battles. They're so much fun. It's a little bit irritating that you're in a kind of terrible set of organisation at the start of it, but I guess the point is they're just running out at you, so it does make some sense. Mailed Knights, these guys are kind of causing a few problems, to be honest, but you know, it's fine. We'll just keep shooting. One thing I do need to take care of is these longbowmen who are getting a little bit in my way, so General can just charge after all of that. Lovely stuff. Well done, General. He's won the battle himself. Lovely stuff. Just charge on in and get as many of them taken out as you can. Having mopped up a few of them, we'll just take the victory there. Lovely stuff. Toledo is ours, and Toledo could be a decent amount of money. Yeah, decent amount, I guess, but a lot of it's still going to the mercs, but it keeps them busy for a little while. There was an earthquake. Berkay the Raffle. Was he just killed? Okay, well, the gods weren't pleased with that old affair, were they? Poor old Berkay. Well, there we are. A very efficient victory, and the gods have taken out many more. Allah the most merciful protect us. The very ground itself has torn asunder, ripping and tearing the landscape with devastating effect. Yes, and our leader's head, apparently. Many have lost their lives, and many more have lost their homes. That may have been our fault. Berkay the Raffle is dead, ladies and gents. So, there we are. That was not particularly helpful for our future. For our future there, Burkeye. Very sad that. Well, we haven't lost too many of our generals along the way, but haven't had one for a while, so I guess that's the way it's got to go. How are we looking, by the way? So we have Ogadai is 36, fine. Well, actually, Orda does actually have himself a daughter, which is nice. There is actually a young son of Subutai coming through. That's good to see. And everything else is absolutely useless. She's too old. So yeah, the family tree is kind of struggling. We could really done with not having just lost him, although his wife was well over age anyway. Okay, fine. We've lost, sorry, was that 4 battles we've lost in the entire campaign? Oh, that is absolutely magnificent. I suspect some of those are at sea. I don't know. If anyone can let me know what those losses were, I'd love to know. Most likely at sea, such as this boat here just left in a corner, which is a spy boat as far as I'm concerned. 62%, 62%. Yeah, let's maybe not go and find that one out. Maybe let's just go and hang out down in Nerja instead. That'll be nice. It's a nice little beach. So, a few turns till Valencia, Toulouse as well. Our armies are heading this general direction. That's beautiful. Maybe you can just keep going all the way to Leon at that point. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the French who are wandering towards Dijon, which is a much easier target, it should be said. So I'm just going to remind them that I exist and see how that provokes them. One thing I did forget about, though, was Tunis. Okay, a few peasant crossbowmen and some grenadine genete. Oh, lovely. Very lovely stuff. But we'll probably have them slaughtered. So, in we go. Oh, and the gates are open. Do we want to do this? I think we might, you know. This could be good fun. Yeah, you see we've got a few mercs to throw to their death. Why not? Let's do it. Let's head on in. Well, of course, when it's one of these kind of battles with the gates open, their units are spread around different gateways, which is lovely news indeed. They're not entirely ready for this either. The peasant crossbowmen are running forward. Lovely stuff. Just run straight through the gate. Head in, head in, head in, head in, and we'll just keep running. Really, we're just going to run for the plaza. Just see what happens. Seems like the best way of doing this. Ignore everything else. Run to the plaza. Run to the plaza. Run to the plaza. And we're just going to take Tunis this way because it seems like a suitably sillier way to do it. These guys have actually now captured that wall, which is good news. These guys can at least, I guess, run up here and capture that. That's good to see. Lovely stuff. I'm just kind of trying to keep back my proper good units until the very end, to be honest. If I need to use them, then I will. So just pile the rest in. I didn't mean to grab you two guys. You already had a job. Your job was to come up here, but you know what? Apparently I'm not very good at giving orders. That does check out because this is a very suicidal attempt of this particular battle, but we're going to carry on anyway. The camels have done their job. Yeah, by the looks of it, there are routes going on. Lovely stuff, and we'll keep piling forward. Down goes the general as well. That's good. I was expecting to do a little bit of an edit there, but no, we'll just continue on the commentary. Fine, pile on in. And I don't think the reinforcements are going to make it through at this point, are they? No, they're probably not. Ah, we have victory. Utter, useless, pointless, silly victory. I love it. It is good to see sometimes when you've just got the gates open like that and they don't have enough units. Just charge on him. Victory is yours. And with that, Tunis has fallen as well. Lovely stuff. We went all the way back when we were right next to the boats anyway, but I don't know. Onto the boats we go. We do need to go to Timbuktu Charlie, so yeah, we've got to go a long way down here. I've got to pick my units right. So we'll have to see about that. Maybe the spy can go ahead on that note because he can go a lot further and we can kind of get an idea of exactly what is in that direction. Not that we can get on the boat. So that actually wasn't any more efficient on that occasion because I made him do a silly loop. Anyway, it's all fine. We'll get him to hop on the boat and skit around a little bit, see what we can do. But other than that, it does look like we're pretty much on the end turn. A few turns on then, and we find ourselves outside Nottingham with the army, conspicuously hiding outside, ready to ambush. Too bad for them, the gates are open, and even better than that, oh yes, attempt the night attack. This is just perfect. So down goes the king, and actually that's the last of the English, isn't it? Lovely stuff. Sack the settlements, and down we go. Francis of Plymouth is all that remains. Lovely. England are destroyed. Settlement has been sacked. Smashy, smashy. Lots and lots of citizens killed. Unfortunately, we did walk right next to them. Not sure why we did that, but we did. So, what do I want to do with these guys? I'll be honest, some of these mercs just need to go. So, disband anytime these guys want to disband. There we go. Lovely stuff. So, what about these soldiers? They could be useful yet. We'll continue carrying these guys down south. Probably the best thing to do is go over to Southampton, Portsmouth way. No Isle of Wight to have any idea exactly where that is, but it's about there. Oh yes, there was some more English hanging over here in northern Spain. That's good to see. Might go and give these guys a poke, but Leon a bit too much. Our reinforcements are on their way. This is a very, very merc heavy army. Indeed, we need to bleed those guys dry. Valencia, 1 turn from surrender. Toulouse, 3 turns from surrender. And Nuremberg, 1 turn from surrender. Send a turn, see what happens. Oh, indeed, the Holy Roman Empire want to have a go at it, and 4 generals. Yep, no extra on put out their arse on this occasion, but there are quite a number of them. Doesn't say any of them are the faction leader, which is interesting, but this is their last city, so I suspect this will be the end. No matter what, somewhere the Emperor will get to live, but that's fine. We'll need to slaughter them all. It should be simple enough as they come out of the city. These guys will be instant routes. Generals, well, I guess we'll just plug our mercenaries at the front and see what we can do. Let it in. As ever, some quick reorganising needs to take place. Unfortunately, we do some siege equipment, but fortunately, we actually do... We just crisped up the entrance. They've actually shut the gate in despair at that. That's absolutely beautiful. But we actually did 60 damage to the gate with that hit. Not sure if it actually splattered anyone in the end, unfortunately. But still, I'm quite happy with all of that nonsense. That's quite funny. Okay, rockets are coming in. If my candies would like to get out of the way of the rockets, that would probably be for the best. But some of them are still in a stupid position. These guys are really, really struggling to skirmish in any effective way. Their job was supposed to be going out to the flanks, so maybe guys just run over there. Well done. Yeah, as it turns out, our rocket launcher is right at the front, and the trebuchet is just behind this little wooden fence, which apparently stops them in their tracks. So that works for me. General's going to charge on into these lands. That's fine by me, and we're just going to start shooting in, I guess. These guys need to stop all of that nonsense. We'll just continue with the trebuchet shots. Probably around that ballista. That would be lovely, if I'm honest. Quite happy these guys taking the brunt of it for the time being. There we are. We've got a little break there. That's nice to see. Over there, Sergeant Spearman, take them out. General's bodyguard, whatever. It's absolutely fine. It's a terrible shot, my good sir. These guys really shouldn't be in the hand-to-hand fighting, to be honest. Get yourselves out of there. Get behind the general. Just need enough of you to man that machine later. Lovely. Get on top of them. If these guys will die, that's absolutely fine by me. But other than that, we're just going to let things continue for the time being. There are some of them. Interesting shots here. Peasant crossbow, then. They're not moving anytime soon, are they? Let's just go and shoot those chaps down. Big pile up over here. Yeah, that's fine. We've broken another unit. You guys go and charge those down militia. Take them out. You guys stop the skirmish. There we go. By Jove, he's down. Yes, that western dog. No need to skirmish, my good sirs. Plenty of you still fighting. And I think we've largely done the job at this point, to be honest. Trebuchets, keep on getting a few more shots in. That would be ideal. Yes, keep missing the absolutely easy shot that you've got. There's a ballista back there shooting at us. Let's have a little go at running into them. Run into them! Into the ballistas. That should pretty much be the battle, actually. Yeah, you know what, tributes. That's fine. Yeah, we'll continue since it is at this point the old generals. Want to make sure we cut them down properly. Some of our men are just running through the gate at this point. It is, I suppose, severely damaged, so maybe that maybe that makes some sense. Oh, even they're running through. I don't even know what's happening anymore, my good sirs, but they're being shot down. I've not seen them run through an empty gate like this before. That's a nice little bug. There is a gap, I suppose. It's not quite. It's a man-sized gap. It's not a horse-sized gap. Let's be real here, my good sirs. Let's be fair and real. Okay, we'll just charge them down again. I think we killed 2 out of 4. Just make sure they all go down. We'll just follow them in the closed gate. Is it going to open for them? Let's see. There we go. It is indeed going to open. Oh, magnificent stuff. This is truly, truly a blessed trebuchet. Thank you, my good sirs. Maybe you can stop at this point. I think we should just charge the rest of them down. You guys, head on in. I think it is just indeed these 2 generals at this point. Down goes one of them, indeed. And finally, the last man, taking a few arrows to the face. You know what? Yeah, the enemy is indeed no more. Lost a few more men than we probably needed to. But you know what? It's fine. I just put some mercs at the front. Pretty much apart from this guy, that's all we lost, so I'll quite happily take that. Well, that was sacked immediately, and so is Valencia, also sacked onto the boat, apparently. Not sure that was the safest plan. Holy Roman Empire destroyed. Yes, we're going to destroy all of Catholic Europe this week. That will be perfect, won't it? 2 turns from the French, and the Spanish just a few further along the line. We'll head over towards Lyon and yeah, well, we'll get there soon enough. Now, the Spanish here slightly concern me. Valencia is not well guarded, if I'm honest. We're going to head these guys towards Granada, but Mr. Spy, Mr. Spy, Mr. Spy, you just keep a very close eye on Garcia over there. He must not escape us. And as for the diplomat, you go and head outside Cordoba. And you know what, the rest of this is absolutely fine. Oh yeah, we have some poking to do. Yes, well, I think we'll go mop up these guys. But aside from that, it's probably largely a case of continuing as you were. And probably very soon ending our turn. And France want to make one final stand. They do have some white on their flag, but it is mostly blue in fairness. Prince Denisot, or Snotty as I like to call him, is there. Now, King Nicholas decided not to bother turning up, which is a bit of a shame for his faction because they're not going to exist very soon indeed. He's a dreaded father who hasn't turned up, so quite frankly, I don't dread him that much. He's very soon going to be one of a dead faction, so that's all fine. Introverted, -1 morale for troops in the battlefield. I feel personally attacked. -2 for popularity. Well, yeah, I can't argue with that. Okay, right, let's head in. Toulouse it is. Toulouse, your last city. Yes, there's a title of the episode. I guess I might come up with something better. Let's head in. On this occasion, we do have ourselves a pretty big gap between us and them as they charge on out. Random red flag over here. Interesting, I guess that's the general. It is indeed part of the general carrying the banner. The soon-to-be completely burnt down banner. Now, once again, I did the work around my siege equipment, so the trebuchets blocking the centre. Got some rocket launchers on the slight flanks there, and oh yeah, this is what we want to see. All the missiles in the world, they are not going to make it very far. This doesn't get old, does it? It's just beautiful. It continues to be beautiful forevermore, and there's a good chance the general at the front here could get himself picked off by a rocket. That is what we all hope for. One more load, my good sirs. One more load. I'm not sure that these are quicker than the Ribolt, but they're so much better than the Ribolt. That is certainly for sure. Right, you guys. No. No skirmishing for you. Thank you, my good sirs. Hit missiles. Anytime. There we go. Now's the time. Okay, we're only using one machine because that unit's a bit small and never actually got quite split up as intended. Fine. You guys, charge on in. And what we need to do is get this flank of these guys in to... oh, generals just piled straight through us. Okay, well, it looks like we're shooting our own cavalry again. Yay! We don't know how to stop the machine, apparently. Well, I guess we've lit fireworks, Thomas. Does make sense, doesn't it? And down goes the general, or at least so have his units. It's pretty much the battle over right here, isn't it? Okay, well, maybe siege equipment needs to stop firing naturally. Why can't we... Okay, fine, just one of them. Stop firing! Stop killing everyone! And maybe we'll just charge them down with whatever we've got at this point. You guys, yeah, you go and deal with the job. You, my good sirs, you can stay alive because we actually want you to live just a little bit longer. So there we are. Job largely done. A few lads just charging in for their final bit of heroism. You, my good sir, probably should get out of there, but you're mostly dead now. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. One more charge for the general then, and to be honest, I'm not sure he's going to last that long. We're just going to get the cav immediately around the flank. They want to deal with these guys anyway. That's fine by me. Chop them down, lads. The Armenian cavalry, to be honest, should do okay against them. This isn't late era generals yet, so we should just about be able to do the job of these guys, he says, as they get completely massacred. That's kind of the plan, of course. Maybe let's send in these guys who are also a little bit dishevelled. Go and take them on. Down goes the general, and it's this lad here. Well done. He looks deeply concerned, but I'm going to say it was definitely an Armenian lad. So down they go, and onwards we charge. Mostly, they've given up. There's a catapult who never left, apparently. So that looks like about the only thing we've got to take down. Of course, the timer will eventually give us a victory, but at this point, to be honest, I've just sent the archers over here to shoot them down, because these are basically just all of the French cowards that are left that need to be taken down. So the last two Frenchmen fall, and with that, I said fall. Thank you. And with that, victory is ours. Our enemy is literally no more. They do not exist. And with the end of France, we realise the hero of zero. The idea of zero Frenchmen delights the world. So, blockade port, Lisbon. You know what? We're not looking too dominant on that front, if I'm honest, but we can give it a go. The rebels are fairly chill with me, I guess. There we are. So that's the French down, the English down, the Holy Roman Empire down. I've released most of my mercs at this point. Yeah, I think at this point, my good sir, you can get rid of yours. You were only really keeping them just to make sure we got that over the line. My Armenians are released to rule over Toulouse, having just dethroned the former king. And that means, you know what? You two guys can join together at this point. It's been a long time since these two old friends have met up. Isn't that just lovely? So we're all going to head over towards Iberia. We can just head towards Prince Garcia. And we won't need to take him out because we will almost certainly take on Leon before then. But, okay, you, my good sir, you can just plod over there. And we can get as far as the bridge. Okay, you can besiege. No, he's just going to do that anyway, because we'll just see what damage they can do. That will slightly amuse me. And then you guys, you can't quite join in. That's a shame. You know what? It's fine. We'll just keep it there. Important thing, of course, France are destroyed. Settlement has been sacked. Toulouse has been burnt, and not a lot left. Holy Roman Empire. No, not the Holy Roman Empire. Sorry, the Papal States were the richest faction. They didn't have a city, by the way. I have had a look around. As far as I'm aware, they don't have anything. Nothing's been gifted to them. But of course, Holy Roman Empire. The Papal States don't cease to exist until all of the Catholics cease to exist. So, in theory, they should die along with the Spanish. Or I don't know. Maybe the Pope carries on. Does the Pope carry on for a short time until he dies, and after the last Pope dies, then Holy Roman Empire? What is the Holy Roman Empire doing in my Papal States brain today? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end my turn because apparently I don't know how to speak. Indeed, the Papal States are once again the richest faction, in spite of my 20,000. So the game is really giving them what they want. Okay, Marrakesh is under siege. We don't have any mercs in this army, so I'm not really wasting anything. In case you were wondering, yes, we've got the crossing blocked. Arguan is officially still rebel. So Timbuktu Charlie over here needs to get taken down. Now, does time matter? It really doesn't, you know. But I suspect I don't need these mercs anymore either. Bit of merging. And you know what? We'll take the infantry with us. We'll head on down. Head on down to the desert, my good sir. Abakwa the Merciless will probably die down there, but that will be his bit done. So hopefully he'll make it that far. Now, as for the Moors, right? We've got North Africa largely under control. We now have Granada to go down, and free ladders 2 of those. Yeah, let's do that. We can actually, of course, we have siege equipment on this. Let's head straight on in, and with that, oh yeah, wreak havoc, and we managed to sneak some bonus movement points. Isn't that nice? Lost just a handful of men there. So on to Cordoba we go. Isn't this just beautiful? Now I have one spy over here. Another one over here. You know what? You keep an eye on Garthia, and the rest of this, they'll probably see that spy, I suppose. But is there anything else around? It doesn't look like it. It might just be that full stack in Cordoba, which we can siege out once we have another army arrive. Yeah, you just chase him down as well, so we know what we're dealing with here. And we do have this boat. Now, there are some mercs on here. Can we actually get rid of the mercs while at sea? I'm not sure we can, you know. Not sure we can. No, we can't do. We can't throw them over the sea. Oh dear. It'd be like the massacre of Zog, or whatever is that? It's not the right word. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Anyways, definitely some historical boat massacres with the West African slave trade, where when they ran out of water, they might decide, well, we don't have enough provisions, so we'll throw over the cargo, in inverted commas. Yes, dark stuff, and I've just tried to do the same thing, but apparently my moral compass is too great for that. So there we are. Okay, fine, we'll end at once we get this place under siege. Well, actually, it's already under siege, Thomas, but we'll get it under second siege, and we'll try and work out how we are going to do this thing. So plenty of units around. We'll see if they charge out at us. Blessed be the peacemakers, and by that I mean the young men who are going to lead us to many, many murders. Yes, we actually have someone come of age. Legacy of Dread, a servant of heaven. Viral. Oh yes, we have picked that one up over time. Bit rough. He's 16. What do you expect, dear? Religiously proper, cultured. Oh, I do love these Eastern, the Eastern generals get so many good things. Cultured is just lovely. Born Conqueror, Eastern Warlord, Night Fighter. I mean, he starts with 7 command at 16. He actually has a really good piety as well. Bit of dread. What does any man ever expect? By the way, we decided not to massacre everyone in the end, and that was actually only one letter off. It was the Zong massacre that I was thinking of. The only reason actually we know anything about it is because they tried to claim on their insurance the lost cargo, and I think they actually won the case, but eventually it kind of got caught up in the news. People started to be a little bit concerned that people were being thrown off boats into the ocean. So there we are. The world did have a compass, a moral compass in the past. Cordoba. This is an interesting one because I found out there is another full stack. Now it's mostly mercs, but of course, yes, I've been using quite a few of those myself. They have the Hinete, which I do enjoy, but I'm not sure the AI necessarily knows how to use when I have a big pack of archers. Their best bet probably would be to go and take another city, but Lisbon's... I mean, you're welcome to go and take Lisbon because you might actually lose that one. Reinforcements coming to Lyon. We decided to go and block the bridge because reinforcements were heading over there. And you know what? You just stand on that bridge because that means that he's not going to be coming that way either. I might just hire one spearman to help me on the... just to block it up. I haven't really got the infantry to do that otherwise. But you know what? This is good. This is good. I feel like I'm just one army short right now. 4 turns until surrender there. Yeah, we'll keep on plodding in the right direction. I wouldn't mind just tying up this army in place. At the moment, these armies are just holding the Spanish whilst we put this siege in place. So let's see what happens. Well, Marrakesh falls without any fuss. Sack that one. And where else does that leave us? Well, okay, they've reached the edge of Lyon, but unfortunately for them, the bridge is not accessible from that particular angle, so they can't do anything to help us over there. In terms of finances, I'm top again. My production, amazingly, and population is indeed the lowest. Who would have thought it? So, yeah, we are now getting all of our forces into Iberia at the very least. So, Marrakesh taken, we can swing you, my good sir, back up the coast. In fact, we could just grab the boat. Away with you. Okay, and Timbuktu. Oh, there are some reinforcements. That's very nice, but they're a little bit late, if I'm honest, because we are going to head on in. So, let's head into Timbuktu, and let's take this city down. In case you're curious about who we're taking on here, we've got the crossbow militia, 6 attack, 8 defense, and on the other hand, we are 12 and 16. These guys are pathetic. Let's ignore them. They exist. They're running over here. They're going to get themselves slaughtered most likely, but we're going to get a few shots at them, if nothing else. We are hoping to kind of get some side angles going on here or there, but we'll just see how all that goes. It's going to be bit of a bloody affair, if I'm honest, certainly until we actually get anything open. Probably should have just swung someone over the far side, but you know what, at this point we're going a little bit more frontal assault, if I'm honest. We might as well, to be fair. So let's just see how this all goes. Interestingly, many of their troops seem to be coming to support against the foot archers. I think they just want to win their fight before they die. Some of them actually have now got themselves stuck over here and decided maybe we should get involved in this fight, but a bit of flame and arrow support hopefully just keeps things in the right place. They are a little bit confused as to what they're doing. I don't mind them want to run over there. We might try and run over here instead if that's what you want to do. Works for me. Let's just try running through them. That might do something. Might confuse them and nothing else. You know what? Yeah, let's just run through them. Let's just run through them and open the gates. Lovely stuff. Okay, go and get all my cavalry towards the gate, and we'll see how this goes. We're actually winning this battle nonetheless. You guys to start shooting. I don't know how we're winning, but apparently we're winning. We probably have horrendous dread, quite frankly. And yeah, they've pretty much given up their best position. Desert archers weren't even on the walls because they're utter numpties. And they're now going to get themselves killed. We've now got the gateway by the looks of it, which means the general can charge on in and finish off all of this nonsense. All missiles at this point probably should stop what they're doing, and there indeed is the victory. General, just pull out of it. You don't need to get all of that, but I think the heavy lancers might as well get a little bit of practice. Could have a little bit more experience on some of these guys. I've always been a bit reticent to use them up and get them killed, so I'm quite happy to give them a bit of experience on this occasion. Unfortunately, no experience, but Abakwa the Merciless has indeed taken Timmy Charlie. Another day, another execution, as you might well expect. And with that, oh, that was a good bucket of money. Lovely stuff. And we'll just head on away from there. Don't think those two guys will be able to take it. No, I suspect they'll be struggling with that old nonsense. It does also mean that we can do a little bit of a cheeky potential ploy here, because I'm tempted by a few bits of silliness. Now, it's hard to crack in here, isn't it? Now, I'll be honest, 54, 54, 54. I could do with, it won't be the end of the world if one of them died. Let's have a little watch. Is he going to make it through, or is he going to get stabbed brutally? I'll be honest, my good sir, you're pretty more likely to get in by pretending to be the horse than by sitting inside the cargo, but we'll give it a go. Is he going to make it, or is he going to get stabbed brutally? I'm not dead yet. Oh, this one said he's not dead. I think he might be dead, you know. No! Steve! No! English Steve is very, very dead. Okay, well, don't want to lose all my spies, but I do have quite a lot of them still around, so you know what, we might just do one more. Temujin, yes, you have the right name. You, my good sir, The gate's literally open this time. This time it's going to be the shrub. You know what, let's just watch these silly videos. I'll be honest, my good spy, you could probably just take him out. Oh dear, I don't watch these ones too often, but you'd think you know where the shrub is. Oh no. He's been distracted by the shrub. So you must see that he's coming at you with a big pike now. No! Not Timu Steve. He's dead too. Alright, you know what? We're just going to put it under siege. So, Cordoba now under siege. Oh dear. Well, you know what? We've got most of these spies this far. Subutai the Mauler. Absolutely disgusted with the work of his spies there. 2 of them just failed. Part of the reason, by the way, they're not very experienced, you can see most of them around 3, is because I don't want to get them killed because they're the only ones I get all game. That's pretty my only assassin left at this point as well. So that's why I only have as many as I do, and they're not particularly great. But I think there is a better one over here. I think this guy, yeah, this guy, I keep accidentally putting him on missions to spy on this guy just to keep track, and he keeps on getting away with it. So, you know what, that's fine. Right, Cordoba. Now we could do a really stupid thing here. We could just do a charge on in and see how it goes, but I'm not sure that's going to fly, to be honest. I'm not sure that's going to fly. It's a very good army to throw away in that kind of circumstance. Now, the Merc armies, I wouldn't mind those ones throwing their lives away in such a silly event like that. No, I think we're going to have to wait this one out. Hilariously, Jihad has been called on Cairo, which, are you going to join, my good sirs? Because if you do, I'll take it. And if you want to join up. No, they haven't. Which is unfortunate because that could have been good fun. Okay, fine. 1 turn away from Spain. Let's finish off Spain for the day. And, well, they don't want to do anything. We do want to grab 12,000 florins, though. So, as reinforcements arrive in the south, Subutai the Mauler! Oh no! He never quite gets to finish off the last of the factions. Ah, Khan Subutai, what a great last breath it was. Watching your spies die, probably died of embarrassment. Right, well, new faction lead, ladies and gentlemen, for what I assume is the finale. Ogadai himself was always set up this way. Ogadai the Wrathful. Legacy of Dread, driven by rage. Good morals. Seems unlikely, but we'll go for it. He is dauntless, that's fair enough. Good with cavalry, that's probably an understatement. Born Conqueror, Knight Fighter. Fair fighter. He's appreciated. Well, he is the Khan, so I guess that would show that he is appreciated. Very stoic. I suppose you have to be with all of this murder. Expert of siege, loves the dark and loves money. Very healthy. And now the faction leader. He's also leading an absolutely abysmal force down on the bridge here. Okay, well, with a slightly anticlimactic end to all of Catholic Europe, Spain destroyed, I don't see the Pope dead, so I guess the Pope gets to live on until he lives no longer, because there are no more priests to become Pope. So, yes, with all the priests now dead, I guess the Pope is all that remains. Fine. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finish the Moors somehow. Don't quite know what we're going to do yet. It might involve a night battle or two. We could have a big ding-dong of a battle, but to be honest, I want to head off to the Americas with some decent forces. So this is what we got now. So we're going to have to gather that together. So we'll finish off the Moors, see what we've got, and from there... Well, from there, I guess we'll see what we've got to go take to the Aztecs, and that will be our finale. As I said in the previous episode, I feel like the Timurids, from my experiments, I think I may have made a mistake there. I'm not sure they're going to arrive. If they do, I don't think they'd arrive until after the Mongol trigger, which is turn 500. So, yeah, that's a little while away. We'll see about the Timurids in future if I can fix that problem. But for now, I guess I'll leave you. It's been a while since the last episode, of course. We'll probably be back in a couple weeks. We're not jumping straight back into full schedule, but yes, back in, I'm going to say 2 weeks' time, because I will have a little bit of holiday time to get some episodes done very soon. So for now, I'll leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Nerds Gaming, and this has been our Mongol Horde campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. Flaming horses! It's a flaming horse! No one would stand in the way of the Reich. No, my archers. So I look at this guy. I don't want to die. But of course you shall, my friend. Oh yes.